In the lobby of Ramsey Solutions, Dan and Jamie are with us. Hey, guys, how are you?
Doing great. How are you?
Better than I deserve. Welcome. Where y'all from?
Spokane, Washington.
Whoa. Why don't we do a transcontinental trip to do a debt-free scream?
My sister lives in town, so we thought we'd do this while we were here.
Oh, there's the real reason. Okay, come visit sis, and while we're here, we'll book our debt-free scream.
Exactly.
I like it. So how much debt have y'all paid off?
$160,000.
Wow, excellent. Making what kind of money?
We started out 5 years ago making $35,000, and now, well, we went up to $115,000, then back down to $95,000.
Wow. Okay. And how long did this take you to pay this off?
Well, 5 years.
5 years. Okay. Very cool. What do y'all do for a living?
I'm an analyst and database programmer.
And I'm a retirement plan consultant.
Okay. Very cool. Good for you guys. Fun. So $160,000. What kind of debt is this?
Well, it's a lot of me. It's a lot of student loans from seminary, actually. And then the rest was our house.
Okay. All right. So you paid off your home?
Yep, we did.
You have no house payment?
None.
Correct.
How old are you two?
36.
You're so weird.
Yep.
That's awesome.
We've heard that a lot.
Congratulations. So what's the house worth?
Oh, probably about $150,000.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Good for you. How's it feel to have a paid-for house?
Well, we're kind of getting used to it. How do you feel, Jamie?
Not a whole lot different than how it was before, I guess, but
I like it a lot.
he likes it a lot. It relieves a lot of stress from him.
Yeah.
So that part is really good.
Yeah, very cool. So tell me the story. What happened 5 years ago? Tell me about your journey.
Well, 5 years ago, I left work in ministry to go pay off my student loans. And at the same time that was going on, we were going through miscarriage after miscarriage. So I felt like we wanted to start a family. That side of my life wasn't working out. So I went to work to pay off my debt. And then 2 years later, we had Nash, and we found out Nash has Down syndrome when he was born. And we just felt like the whole financial side of our life was the one thing we could have control over while everything else wasn't working out.
Okay. And then you had another baby.
We did.
And other baby's name's what?
Elle.
Elle? And how old is Elle?
About 7 months.
Oh, fun. Very cool. All right. And so you basically just said the math isn't working. I'm going to go make some money and make the math work.
Correct.
Okay. So, Jamie, he comes in and starts talking about that. Tell me what happened.
Well, I don't really know. I mean, I think we both naturally a little bit on the nerd side, and we're both pretty content with our lives, and almost to the extent that maybe a little bit lazy. And so we like our house, we like our 20-year-old cars, I kind of feel like God kind of loaved and fished us in a way. This seemed a lot, sorry to say, but kind of easier than I feel like it should have been. And I don't know, we did it, and we set a plan, and we really just kind of stuck to it. And our plan changed over the course of the time, but we knew what it was, and we did it.
I think it felt easy because everything else in our life was really hard.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
So your plan gave us a way to have control over something in our life. And like Jamie said, God just blessed us to the point where he took away all those worries I had of my student loans and how can I be a pastor if we have these student loans, and then we want to start a family, and he just provided for us. So I'm very thankful.
And how did you get intersected with us?
Well, we found you about halfway through the process. The Total Money Makeover book, I picked that up at the bookstore. I started reading it because I was kind of trying to do everything at once. Trying to do retirement and saving and take care of my student loans little bit by little bit. But your plan just gave us a way to do everything step by step and get it done.
And that helped give you traction, a sense of traction?
Yeah, and once I got rid of my student loans, initially I had no idea that I could pay off my house. I mean, like, who does that?
Yeah, really.
And we just kept going and said, it's working, so let's just keep doing it.
I know who does that. You did that!
You did that, yeah.
Do that.
Very cool. Chris?
Oh man, that's so great. I'm so proud of you guys. Way to go. Congratulations.
Thank you.
For our listeners, I think it's very important for us to realize that contentment is a big piece of that. You kind of just skimmed over that, but you said it was relatively easy. But if we go back to our belief system and we truly are content and not entitled, that just makes such a tremendous difference. Now, you guys got $4,000-$5,000 in discretionary money every month now. So what are you doing? What's the plan?
Well, we're putting a little bit aside for a new car because we have some Dave cars. We have 3 cars for 2 people, just in case one breaks down.
Got to have a spare, yeah.
But
So
they're 20 years old, and
I became quite shade tree mechanic when I was going through this, fixing things on one car while the other car was working and this and that and the other. And so that was one way to do it.
Yeah.
So the first thing is the first order of business: save up some cash and move up a little bit in car.
Yeah, we're gonna move up in car and then hopefully move up in house. We like our house right now, but if we want a little bit better one that's not so close to a busier street for Nash down the road when he's out running around, and so that's it.
Very cool. Very cool. Well done, you guys. So what do you tell people the secret to getting out of debt is?
I think having a plan and sticking with it. I know that people say that a lot on your show, but it really is true. We made our budget based on Dan's income and Dan's income alone, and we didn't have a lot of monthly. We don't have the internet. We didn't have phones. We didn't have, we don't have cable TV and stuff like that. And so we made those decisions. We made all of our budget on his salary, and then mine is just extra. And
she makes more money than I do, so that worked out pretty well.
And so the idea that maybe someday one of us could stay home with the kids, and which was a really good plan because Nash having Down syndrome, he's got a lot of therapies and stuff like that. So Dan cut back part-time, and so now we're able to do that. He could stay home with Nash part-time, and I'm working at a job that I love, and so
very cool.
Yeah.
Just being out of debt gives you way more freedom in life. To do what you want to do. You don't have to do what you have to do.
You
so
can take care of what's important.
Yeah.
Nash.
So for me, I could take care of Nash and do his therapy with him, and not feel like I have to do everything. Work and take care of him and do his therapy and try to get some sleep at night. That's as hard as it is with two little kids. So
sure. Well, congratulations, you two.
Thank you.
Proud of you. Well done. Dan and Jamie, Spokane, Washington. They paid off their house and everything. $160,000 in 5 years. Started off making 35, then up to 115, and then to 95. Now that he's part-timing it a little bit for Mr. Nash. So count it down. Let's hear a great debt-free scream.
All right. 3, 2, 1. We're debt-free.
Way to go, you guys. Love it, love it, love it. That's fabulous.